Well, we kind of had an unusual beginning. We were introduced by a mutual friend. Actually, we were set up with a blind date.
His good friend was in the same department I was, and decided I needed a nice man, so he drug him around reluctantly, I think, and he decided that he'd take a risk and flat with me.
And the interesting thing about our relationship is that about 6 weeks later we were married, following that blind date. And looking back on it now makes me wonder, but we just knew it was right at that time. And coming up the 29th of this month, we will have been married for 43 years. So obviously something was right.
A girl from a ghetto, crippled and frightened and bitter from a different.
The biggest thing for us was the commitment to a relationship, and that started pretty early on. At our wedding, I kept trying to put the ring on the wrong finger, and the reason is she kept pulling it back, and I couldn't understand. But for me, I was considering that commitment that I was making, and it's been a good one. We've had a happy life.
Yeah, shortly after we got married, he goes off to Fort Walters, Texas, to learn how to fly helicopters. I moved in with his parents.
Interesting beginning.
Beautiful kindness.
I think communication probably is the most important thing, because you can't talk to each other. You can't build a relationship. And there are a lot of misunderstandings that occur that if you don't resolve them, create problems, and they just lead to resentment and bitterness, and I'm out of here. Of course, I spent time getting a second degree in counseling, and that's the problem that I've seen in couples. They don't know how to talk to each other. Well, they won't talk to each other.
And I found that you've got to be willing to be more concerned in many cases about the other person than about yourself, actually. Building a relationship has a great deal more to do than just how you feel. It's that commitment, that willingness to go the extra mile, and where both sides actually in many cases have to be willing to go the extra mile, but I find that's not difficult when your spouse, your wife, and in my case is your best friend as well as your wife. We both have a very strong need to be right, and when we start to disagree on things, I'm called to question myself, because we will go back and forth and both determine if we're right, but in the end, about 99% of the time, she's right. But there has to be a level of trust built up so that you can have your space. You know, if you like to golf, then occasionally maybe you need to get out and golf, and maybe your wife doesn't like to. At the same time, she may like to scrapbook or do something that you don't care about, and you need to cut her some slack, give her space to do that, and go on.
Thank you.